Ba-ba-ba-boom! Da-da smash! Wait, why am I... why am I not moving? Am I moving? Am I moving? There we go. Hi. Hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah. We're here. We're not eating paints. Oh, darn it. I forgot to draw a new chart. I mean, in fact, it's a very nice arc, though. It's a very nice business arc. We don't need a new chalkboard. We got a super nice business arc like that, like that boy. Right now, that's what I call a war boss. He's not a war boss. He's a business boss. He's a business boss. Wait. What would an arc call a business? A busyness? A busness? It's a busness boss. Where did I put the old head? There you go. So I need my hanky. What we got going on? I built more arcy stuff. I built the last of my arcs. I wanted to take a picture today of them, but yeah, I'm irresponsible. I have no self-control. I got up early. Well, I say got up early. I got up an okay-ish time. And then I went back to sleep. I was like, oh, take a hay fever tablet, and you know, I'm just gonna eat some food, get a drink, and then just nap until my hay fever tablet starts working. And then I woke up again, and my hay fever was bad. Like, okay, never mind. The hay fever tablet doesn't want to work. I mean, that's how it goes. So mean. Such a mean hay fever tablet. There you go, got gloves on. Hi, Anthony Chalampus. How are you doing? Caralumpus. Is that how you say it? Caralumpus. I'm not sure. Trade offer. You get crumped. I get... Wah! There we go. Oh, I got some gloves on. I got some nice and tasty gloves on. For eating all the paint. No, for not eating paint. Cuptle, don't eat for paint. Don't eat for paints, Cuptle. You woke up for that, did you? You woke up for that. Oh, what are we doing today, though? We got more stuff to paint. We've got to turn on my air conditioner. There we go. We got this. I got water on my cardboard. No. It'll dry. It'll dry away. There we go. What's being on the website though? Anything cool on the website? Not really. We got a rumor engine. You want to give guesses at what this might be? A swirl of madness? Just don't spin your screen around. You might hypnotize yourself. Oh, that's a thumb. That looks like somebody's thumb. That's like an arm and a hand going into a swirl. Ooh. Could be a new shock cannon or whatever it's called. Do you think it could be a new arc shock cannon? Where is it? Arc. Not a shock jump dragster. Where is it? Here we go. A shock attack gun. Yeah, like, you know, look, they're swirling. They're swirling for the grots into the warp. Like, you can see that's happening to his leg here. Would be something like that. And like, maybe that swirl's going to be at the front of a teleporty thing. Or maybe it'll be like a new teleporty blaster. Alternate things is, it could be some sort of like demon prince thing. Or it's absorbing somebody into like an attack. maybe like Siechian. Not sure what else it could be. My mind goes to Siege and to Arc shock attack guns, but that doesn't look like a gropped hand, if I'm honest. That looks more human. Like, grot hands have the little claws and stuff. So, yeah. No idea what the room engine could be. Okay, what else is there? You got Hive Deathmire. Week 1 results. We got Warhammer TV stuff. Digging into the lore.
I have arrived, and it's time to put forth my sacred duty of causing chaos in the bakery.
Hi, Erland. What's your favourite website? Also, new White Dwarf stuff. Look at the Dawn of One. Look at this Gene Stealer cult army. This is what a Gene Stealer cult should have been. I don't even know what half of these vehicles would be used as. I'm guessing that would be like maybe Aberrants or Atlan Jackals. Those things would be, I guess, heavy weapon teams or Brood Brothers. Like up here. These things are like way too big to be Goliath rock grinders. You have no idea how you play this army. I guess some of these things could be like that might be a patriarch. Basilisk. Crazy stuff anyway. Yeah, but that's just a fan army. Oops. Ooh, Old World Battle Report, Typhus Kane. Oh. What's this? Black Climb. For those unfamiliar, may be asking who this illustrious commissar is. We may never really be able to pick Kane's own admissions apart from the masters of imperial propaganda, but we do know is yours to read. Here we go. Oh. Caiaphas Kane. Caiaphas Kane. Also, new rules for everybody. Look at this, Daughters of Kane get new. Everyone gets new rules. You get new rules. Caradon Overlords get new rules. Lumina Farewell. Everyone gets new rules for Age of Sigmar. Look at all this. So much stuff. I don't really understand stuff. Download it now. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Oh. That's cool. So yeah, that's that. And I finished building my arcs now. That means I didn't get any painting done off stream. But we will get painting done. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. We got so much work to do on these things, especially with cleaning up. Oh, how's everyone's days going though? I hope your days are going fabulously. More fabulously than Batman himself. Batman couldn't have a better day than you had. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Batman could. Like, he's not known to be like the hero has lots of good days. And that's more Superman's job. Jimmy Olsen. What do you think is a superhero that has the happiest storyline in total? Like, not too much bad actually happens to the hero. Like, I mean, obviously it's not Spider-Man, he's constantly being tortured. Flash, not very good either. He's often trying his best, but yeah, have you seen some of his storylines? My goodness, it's just the writers like torturing them. There's got to be a hero out there, though, where it's like, even the worst comics, you know, they're still kind of having a nice time. I'd read that about that hero. Unless that hero is an absolute jerk, in which case maybe not. But yeah, we're still painting our gold. Oh, I've ordered new paint. I've ordered... What have I ordered exactly? A red spray paint. A couple of different greens. Starsnick green and Gauss Blaster green. A blue spray paint. And I think that's it. Oh, and a new brush. A new one of these small layer brushes. So hopefully, because I've decided my Photon colour scheme, McDonald's colour scheme. We're wondering what the heck's a McDonald's colour scheme? Red and yellow! Yeah! They're going to mostly be red with effectively just like some yellow parts to them. I don't know if I'll ever bother putting transfers on them. Maybe. Maybe. The blue paint is partly so I can like maybe undercoat the Space Marines. Oh, actually, it might be good to undercoat my Night Lords in blue. And then like go over with Storm, like a very watered down Storm. Well, I'm thinking, undercoat my use blue spray paint for Ultramarines blue on my Orc, at least my Orc vehicles. I don't know if I'll do it on the boys. And then what I can do, I would just take like a very watered down Storm Fiend and just put it over the entire model. And then dry brush, maybe not Talassar blue, maybe this type of blue over it, or maybe just straight up paint Talassar blue on top, and then dry brush with something like Outdoor blue. I think that might be good. And then use a brush to stipple on. Or steeple, whatever they call it. To land something awful. What happened? What awful thing happened? I thought you were having a good day today. Guess who the third Lord of Chaos is? What do you mean third Lord of Chaos is? There's Nurgle. There's 4 Chaos people. What do you mean third Lord of Chaos? For the Nagash DLC. Oh, for the Nagash DLC. I thought that hadn't had no announcements yet. I thought that was like in another hour. Who's the next Chaos Lord then? I guess it's not Thankwall. That's probably what you were hoping for. I don't know. No, it has been happening. Oh. Carlos, don't keep us in suspense. They announced next. Nice! Vampire, I mean, we knew that was going to be an extensive vampire count rework with Nagash. So who's the Chaos Lord then, anyway? These animals, man. CA hates me. Stop keeping us in suspense. Tell me. Tell me. I ban you. Do I have to open up the stream now? To find out who the next Chaos Lord is. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll open up the stream. Say started with the announcement of the next Lord of the End Times is something like a man-sized rat. And it's Glotkin. Glotkin! Yeah, that's a man-sized rat, right? Or does that mean we're finally getting those giant Nurgle creatures? You know, the ones that we currently have in Age of Sigmar and people like to use as Nurgle Knights in 40k. knew Glockin was a lord. It's the 3 Nurgle brothers. Nice. You know, let's look. Let's look. Can I,
recorded, but fantastic attacks. I think we've got that guy at the top as well. He's casted throwing down some ranged fire as we were walking in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Not really, but he's
one projectile every now and then.
Yeah, he's swiping. So Otto's at the very top. He's our super fan of.
The chat was full of Ratimus top to bottom. They probably did it on purpose, and they're probably going to announce Tranquil soon. Or if not Tranquil, somebody similar.
And Gurek, but he can only say Gurk now, so he goes by Gurk, is the big boy stomping as we see on screen. I do want to take a second to point out the top and bottom titles, because after the last time being destroyed, and throughout the end game, work in progress as it stands today, as the regions are raised, extended, campaign AR, and that things are going to get bad. And then when you come out, you'll.
I held my breath. You know, we got to add Koresh. We got to add Koresh. Halan. Koresh is confirmed. I'm pretty sure. They might have not said Koresh is confirmed, but I think it's definitely implied. It's confirmed. You have to read between the lines. Meanwhile, Frankwell, I don't think they even know who Frankwell is. He's such a weird thing. He only had a model in the game, and you know, was one of the most popular rats. Compare that to Koresh. I mean, he's got nothing on Koresh. They had no models, true. They weren't exactly a popular idea, true. But for snake people, so you know, I think that balances it out. Oh gosh, that's not on screen at all.
How's my favorite girl doing?
Hi, Night Defender, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm warm. I'm gonna need to turn my air conditioner on again. Yeah, we're talking about a Chaos Invasion endgame and how big the vampire count rework's gonna be. Nice. Sounds like good stuff. I feel like maybe we should play more Total War on the channel, maybe again. I'm unsure. Would you guys want to see more Total War? Once the End Time DLC comes out, we'll go back to it. I got the Tiger Lord. I've still not looked at what's his name. The Mammoth dude. Not Mammoth, the Norse dude. I like Total War unless there are sieges. Sometimes it's hard. People want me to play for harder difficulties. And if you're on the harder difficulties, it's harder to avoid the sieges. People want you to get good. Yeah, but the only way to avoid sieges is to just auto resolve them away, and that on harder difficulties, that's next to impossible. Also, I think most people actually like the sieges, but they get put off when with you like saying, "Oh, siege, so boring, so bad, yick." I think it's your fault. I don't even care for these new units. You don't care for new units. I'd want you to get less good so you can avoid sieges. I showed some good stuff. Ooh, what's the good stuff? I don't want to do a watch along for it, partly because it's a surprise and I already planned to paint, and I've really been wanting to get these painted. So I don't want to, and I spent too long yesterday getting sidetracked and distracted, so I tried to keep up with the chat and stuff. Oh wait, we're chatting in a completely wrong place. What the heck? We're showing Blight Kings, Boring, and Siege Giants! Yay! I wonder if I'll release new Chaos Dragons now that Games Workshop's released a new Chaos Dragon for Old World. I wonder if every faction will get access to Siege. Oh, if they do a proper Siege rework, every faction getting access to a type of Siege Giant would be amazing. If they're just going to be for basic Siege Giant that Forge World had, then obviously it would just be Chaos Dwarves and Chaos Warriors who would get them. Hi, Nana Fate. Hi, Bob the Innkeeper. How you doing? Oh Lord, Conjure will never believe this new unit. Snake people! Snake people, snake people, snake people. We're legit adding every unit being begging for on Reddit. Basilisk! Yes! At
I'll
least
be
it's
bust
like
today
almost
getting
like a
errands
snake.
ending with a pizza, slice of pizza emoji. Basilisk.
Pizza, oh nice. I wanted to get a pizza base so I could make my own pizza, but I couldn't get it. So I was sad. I had beans and toast instead, and my toast was burnt. And my beans were overcooked. No one suffers like I suffer. I'm joking. It was so tasty. I like overcooked beans as well. Baked beans. And I had some nice cheese on my toast with my beans. Oh, delicious. Oh, also jelly. Also jelly on my beans on toast. Besides Chaos, who else gets the Basilisk? Not for Beastman. They didn't get the Beastman, what the heck? The Beastman didn't get the Basilisk, sorry. They said someone else besides Chaos gets the Basilisk. If I remember correctly, the Basilisk was just a kind of a generic unit that like anyone could get, similar to the Magma Dragon. So technically anyone could have got it, I believe, but Chaos was the main one who used it. Chaos Dwarf should get access to it, I imagine, maybe. If anyone else were to get it, I'd imagine Beastman might get for not Beastman, Lizardman might get it. No, from Beastman get it. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'd imagine the Lizardmen might get it, but Wood Elves could also potentially get it. But in both cases, it meets their law anyway. So I could add the Basilisk to my Empire army. I believe so. I can't remember. A lot of the monsters came out in the monster manually thing that they did. Monster Arcanium, and basically, not all of them, but a lot of them, like the various dragons and stuff, were available to everybody. Why? Because he is like a lizard then. Yeah, he's a bit like a lizard, but also I believe it like exists in forests and is part of nature and stuff. It's not just a chaos entity. I might be wrong with that because I do know that the Warhammer Basilisk is a bit different from what you might expect a basilisk being like, with the fact that, you know, it's a four-legged creature, isn't it, in Warhammer? I'm not getting it confused with like the D&D basilisk. I mean, honestly, it could just be identical to the D&D basilisk, so I don't know. I know a lot of old fantasy stuff was basically just take D&D, put it into the game. Are you asking me to think about something that I've not thought about in a long time? It would be cool if others do get access to some other stuff. Like, I know the Siege Giant was specifically a Chaos unit. But if they do a rework of Sieges, because considering that the Empire officially in law got Giants, and sometimes they got Giants in the games as well. And in Old World, they get access to Giants again. It would make sense. Actually, no, I think Chaos Giants, weren't they also available to Ogre Kingdoms? And now for a feeling enough of for Rumour Engine, like images. Ooh, and brother, they don't look that liked at all. The Chaos Siege Giant is definitely going to be for Chavs. Yeah. Oh no, the Chavs definitely get the Chaos Siege Giant. The Chavs are the ones who designed Chaos Siege Giant. That being said, the Chavs don't get access to the Hell Cannon. And the Chavs crew the Hell Cannon, for goodness sake. They're the ones who made it. Wait, do they get access to the Hell Cannon? I don't remember them having the Hell Cannon. I remember the Mortars and stuff, but I don't remember the Hell Cannon. Maybe we never unlocked it in the gameplay of the Chavs. You played with faction, how did you... Did I buy some? I know I got some of them. I don't think I did get them, because I got the Giant Mortars. And the other Giants, because they've got other Giant Siege. They got the Mortars, they got the... Well, they got like 3 different types of Mortars. You know, for what, like, for we got the ones that, do you know, when they hit the ground, they go and hit units repeatedly with a blast wave. I know we got Hell Cannons, so we played Warriors of Chaos. No, the Mortars like tier 5 and Magma Cannon and Hellshriek rockets. Yeah, we got the Magma Cannon and the Hellshriek rocket. Yeah, I know we did get the tier 5 units though, because that's what I always try working towards in these games. Getting like the top unit. Okay, we're back onto this crazy woman here. I'll be buying a Hell Cannon Lamenting if I use the same unit limit as the Hell Cannons. You remember me buying a Hell Cannon and Lamenting that they use the same unit limit as the Hell Cannons, the Magma Cannons. I thought it was something else that we did that for. Nah, whatever, my memory's not good. That being said, you sometimes say stuff and it turns out you're the wrong one, so... Sorry, I am watching 2 streams. How's it going? It's going okay, we're painting. What did we call this one in the end? Selena? Savannah? Something like that. We're painting Serena, which is my Tulia Guild conversion, which Trust the process. One day it will look good. One day it will look good. It will. I've never been wrong before in my entire life, you stinky. I'm not stinky. Also, why did the new stinky command make me cry? Or was I already crying? Oh no, I wasn't looking at my model. Oh no, I was already crying. The better we feel thankful. Maybe we're leaving thankful to last because, you know, people are excited about him. Everyone loves me because I like to eat pizza. Everyone loves me because the pizza is in my bones. There we go.
Nom nom nom.
Hi,
Sorry,
Mama.
Cuppeek on the paints looks really yummers.
No, don't eat the. They're not food shaped. The paints are not food shaped. I need to get them off camera. No, don't eat the paints. Does this look like food to you? Does this look like food to you? It looks like food. Everything looks like food when you're hungry enough. Too late. No, the next Lord for End Time stream will just be Carl fans again. True.
If Warhammer had plushies made of their characters and units, what would you get?
Warhammer does have plushies made from their characters and units. Do you want to see some of them? Do you want to see some of them, Native Engine? You can even buy a plushie Power Fist. Look at this. Let's just close that up. Look at this. It's a Death Master. It's a Skaven Death Master. Oh, he's such a cutie. He's such a cutie. And look at his little tail. I'm boss mode right now. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. I need to change the settings so I'm not gonna fly. And also, look, we got a little watcher in the dark. A little watcher in the dark. But he's got a little Dark Angel's helmet. And look at that, watcher in the dark. Oh, so cute. All of the goodies, yes. Yes, good taste exactly once when she bought this. And look at this, it's a squeak! It's a squeak! It's a squeaky squeak! Squeak! A squishy squeak! A squishy squiggly bit. Look, he's got little lips, a little tongue, and little teeth, little tusks, and little eyes, little hands, little spikes, little squishy. Cuteness aggression does not exist. Nasha squig. Oh, The servo skull would be cool, and a cherub. The servo skull, I believe. Okay, let me just fix my model up so that I'm gonna stop flying for a little bit. Do 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 do. There we go. Hi. Also, let me do this. Let me show you something. We click here. We click here. We click up here. We go more. We go officially licensed. We go down. We go down. And squig! Look at this. It's plushies. Plushies. Do. Plushies. Do. Not all of the plushies are there though. Here we go. Shop now. We got a cheeky Nurglin. An orc. Look, a red gobbo Christmassy version. A little ultramarine, a scarab, a ball, a little mech rot. More Nurglings. That's much of a dock. And look, a servo skull. Oh, nice. And then we got, look at this stuff. Where's the power fist? They had a power fist. Power fist. Oh my gosh, there's a power. There's a little power of Chainsaw Man. Okay, where is the power fist? Let's see. Oh, the order now. Was it here? Or was it the week before we did the pre-order now? Here we go, Power Fist. Power Fist. EP power. It wasn't EP. Hello, Bufondespia. Hi, Flash. How are you both doing? Oh, I did say hi to you, Mal. Hello. Age of Sigma has a better. Look, this is a full-scale power. You can put it on. You can wear it. Look at that. I'm wearing the power fish. Ah. And you press the big red button and it gives you power. Earl and hide, if Country catches you speak of a two, she's going to throw you out the window. No, Age of Sigma doesn't have a better plushie. Chainsaw Man has the best plushie. Okay, is this a 40k? Look, the 30k ones has the scarab. And why is that in the 40k one? Look, they got the Nurglings. The Nurglings in for 40k. What have the servos got? And the grass. And the Watcher in the dark. Okay, you got the Night Goblin. That's pretty nice. Stupid dwarf. Beat up the dwarf. And you got this one. That's pretty nice. And you got the Death Sun. It's pretty nice too. I think the small plushies are $20. If you shop around, you'll probably be able to find them on other websites. But yeah, nobody likes. What do you mean nobody? Also, why am I down here? Cuptle, why am I down here? Event, not event. Command. Chibi mage. There we go. Hi. Where the hell? What do you mean, where's the rest of my subscribers? You should show more support. Don't worry about it. No, people are busy. And sometimes people subscribe and they're like, you know what? You know what? I got other stuff to do. Just subscribing is enough. 500 billion views. You get 500 billion views. If we all donate 1 cent to Conjure, she'll be able to afford 1 white knight. If every subscriber gave 1 penny to me, I'd be able to afford 2 white knights. Oh, a tank. Oh, I could get a tank. Actually, how expensive is a white knight? It might be 3 white knights. If I don't buy them from Games Workshop directly, 4 white knights. Or white lords, whatever you call them, I don't know. White lords, why have they got to be white? Racist vampires. Look, would you rather have 1 steam machine or 100 white kings? Would you rather have 1 steam machine or 1,000 grots? You could afford 1,000 grots if you buy 1 steam machine. What would you rather have, 1,000 grots, 1,000 Gretchen, or 1 silly, stinky steam machine? I mean, what are you going to do with 1 steam machine? How much time is that going to give you? You know, in a couple of years, every game that comes out, you won't even be able to play it on a steam machine. Its specs won't be good enough. You need a new one. Grots, though. Thousands of hours of painting and building them. Tens of thousands of hours of playing with them. New edition comes out, grots will still be good. And if you buy the Steam machine at full price, but RAM prices come down and stuff, you're going to feel very silly once the AI bubble pops. Meanwhile, grots, the grot bubble never pops. I'd rather get kicked to the chest by a horse that hates me than have a single White King at 200 kilometers range of me. The White King's the best model ever to learn. You're just lying now. You're lying. I know you've got a White King. Hold on. I'm you know, this is for one reasons why I don't know Talan's address. Because he knows if I knew his address, I'd just be sending him White Kings like every day. I'll even start like disguising them like letters from like beloved family members or something, or from his rich uncle. It would look like an inheritance from his rich uncle. I'd just be a White King. This is what I do to everyone I know. If I know someone's address, I just send them White Kings until a restraining order appears. Max had a head pat. As soon as you can't... I take a steam machine, I get more use out of it. No, 1,000 grots! What do you mean you take a machine over 1,000 grots? No! 1,000... You'd also get 100 rough herders with 1,000 grots. 100 rough herders. Okay, no one cares about the rough herders. I recognise that. I have a stand whose power is instantly blowing me up, so I won't suffer the existing Neo White King. This video can't upgrade it, just get another PC for the same price. Yeah! I've been away from this account for so long that ads keep startling me. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, sorry about the ads. I've been wondering if we should just get rid of the ads. But then, how am I going to afford White Kings? 500 Steam machines. No. 500 Steam machines would be 500,000 grots. Look. Actually, you could probably get grots cheaper now on eBay thanks to Armageddon bot. I play a lot of games that would be perfect for Steam Machine, especially when it's hot. Use uBlock Origin. Get rid of all the ads at the cost of having a slower YouTube experience. Oh no.
But if you get rid of the ads, you won't get that sweet, sweet ad revenue income. 80 pence and half a can of used motor oil.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, do you know how much motor oil is now? Motor oil is going up in price. I've got them stocks. I've got them stocks. I still see the facts say the fans need to represent a show for love. Think about the money. Think about them. I want to make some more shorts again. I'm going to make some, like, those shorts where it just talks about Warhammer-y stuff. Not like Warhammer lore, but, just silly Warhammer game moments. I think that might be fun to do. I just need to find the time to do stuff. I need to, like, get more self-control. Maybe I should, like, see a therapist. Psychologist. There we go. The Tau found a dreadnought. The Tau found a dreadnought out of a whole civilization. My goodness. Think about the money. Think about the money. I don't think about money. I just think about, like, if someone tells me, I just turn it into how many White Kings can I buy with that amount of money. Like, I don't think, like, hey, this is 10 quid. I think that's almost a full White King. Oh, we could almost get a White King for that. Whoa. It's like doing Americans of a unit of measurements, anything but, metric. I mean, there's plenty of Warhammer lore already. Doing funny trivia for Warhammer would get you your own place in the rat race. It'll be less trivia. Maybe I could do fun trivia at the same time. If everyone loves ketchup, then ketchup would be the best. But no one likes ketchup, so ketchup is the worst. Not a single kid has ever said they like ketchup. Everyone wants to just eat at Marmite. Vegemite. You are perfect play to make the Total War Warhammer 40k content, seeing how much hype there is and how little content creators do stuff for it. If Conjurer was smart, she would work out for Lockheed Martin, but if she was smarter, she would make Total War Warhammer 40k content videos. Look, don't think I couldn't work for Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin. Yeah, I could make some, I don't know what type of content I'd make for 40k without anything to work with. I guess I could just do speculative content. Or I could just like try contacting the staff. And if I feel a character you can talk about his lore and speculate stuff. Never. I don't know anyone's lore. That's why I always feel bad about, you know, this type of stuff. Like, I always feel like I don't know enough to be able to do something like that. But when you actually look at the content creators making stuff, it's like, yeah, they don't either. But they just make the content anyway. Or if I just read the Wikipedia page or something. Like, I don't mind talking about stuff on stream, but then I have to just every so often just throw out something saying, hey, yeah, this is just me trying to remember stuff off the top of my head. And who wants to do research? That's a chud. That's all my stinky chud son who I hate. Sorry, I am hay fever. Like, why is Armageddon such an important planet in 40k? Because orcs like to attack it. Hi, random Shiva. Hi. Doing it. Conjurer for tout uncovered a dreadnought order for host civilization. You'll be fine. True. I was not expecting to say that. I am in very awe. Wait, what did I say? Shia. Oh, Sire. Hi, Sire. What did I say that has you in law? Oh. Do. I'm a ketchup monster. Making ketchup all the time. I'm a ketchup monster. How about your Chubson who you hate? Oh. I am an alien doing alien things. I don't pay attention to the things I say. Oh yeah, I need to do the neck. I need to do the neck. The neck. What are you doing in this neck of the woods? Ah! Jokes. I've told a million jokes before, and all landed and more. But not one did I say that went my way. A million jokes I've told before. Bam bam ba ba bam bam ba da. Ba 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 ba. Sorry, I am So what has been released in Total War Warhammer 3 not Warhammer 3 Total War 40k? There's some stuff about guardsmen, some stuff about cover mechanics. I could do a mixture of things, to be honest. Like, if I'm doing like, do you know, just silly instances in 40k, like, you know, Orc players like to talk about how many attacks they get, but, you know, I get more attacks. What's the best shock cavalry in the game? Nobblers. What do you mean nobblers are the best shock cavalry? They're not even cavalry. Nobbler riders are. What do they ride? Nobblers. nobblers. Like, so for nobblers, riders, ride, nobblers. Nobbler. I don't think that makes them cavalry. It does. And what's their charge bonus? More than yours. Actually, are Nobbler riders still really good shock cavalry? Because it'd be hilarious if that's the case. Like, we've not done an update to change that, have they? I think I'm going to turn Blair Boy's account back into one for ASMR channels. There's so much bleed over from this one to that one. Oh. Well, good luck with that. There's so much trim on this model, it terrifies me. I am an alien singing alien songs. I am an alien singing all along. The people of my city, all of us love this place. So much trim on this model, it's insane. Why did I want to paint all of the trim gold? I could have just left the trim red. I didn't have to paint it a special colour. Why do I do this to myself? But I decided to, so now I have to live with this. I'm still surprised we decided to give Tuli a gold, such a big booty. Like, why give her the badonkadonk? Does Carl have the same badonkadonk? I'm not sure he does. Oh gosh. Okay. Air conditioner off again. Okay, good. Don't think I'm going into the camera. There we go. I still love this model. And now she's more reasonably costed at 170 points rather than 210. Or is it 180? Either way, she's more reasonably costed now. She's no longer as expensive as Carly. Which was absolutely insane that she was as expensive as Carl. points wise, that is. So many parts of this model that I missed. Brown tastes like chocolate, yummy. I don't have any brown paint. Not here anyway. I've just got my gold paint. Which apparently doesn't exist. You can't make gold paint without using actual gold. It's impossible. It looks nothing like gold, according to one particular person. I know, because I ate them all. No! Wait. Never mind. I do have brown paint here. Whose paint collection are you eating? Not mine. And stop eating it. Paint's not good for you. You shouldn't be eating paint. Paint's so expensive. Eat something less expensive. Like, you know... Actually, no, food's expensive. What's not expensive anymore? Points to the air around us. No, air's getting more expensive as well. Property from the shop or stove. No, don't be stealing. Stealing wrong. Never mind what Talon and Cuptle say. Unless it's from Disney. Or Discovery. But she's got way too much gold on her. What do we spend my entire life just painting gold on this one model? And every time I'm painting something, I can just see another part where I had completely missed painting something originally. Like where some of the blue and red are meant to be, but it's white. Like, yep, I missed that. I think I was using to rest my elbow on, so I don't put my elbow on my podcast. The cops are coming. Punk rocker! So far, for enemies, I think I would like to play against the Tyranids. The others don't interest me as much as those horrors. Oh no, Tyranids I think would be the least interesting and all. Like, the first time you face them, yeah, interesting. But after that, I feel like they'll be boring. Orcs, to me, feel like the most interesting of the Xenos. Chaos would very much just be like Imperium with a different god. playing against them, I feel like. Well, maybe Chaos Marines. I feel like the Eldar would be pretty interesting to play against with their fast units and stuff. It should be extremely fast and extremely hard hitting. Good night, Mal. I hope you sleep well. I always liked the unknown biomass hive mind that made life extinct. Yeah. It's a fun concept. I just think when it comes like playing against it in like a video game or something, it'll get boring quick. Depends how well they implement the different factions. Like if you're just fighting against horde upon horde of just Tyranids running at you, that would be interesting. But based on the way other games go, you don't really get that in Warhammer. In fact, not Warhammer, Total War game. After, you know, just this idea of just unending hordes coming your way. Why do we keep getting notifications? Look what's back in stock. What is back in stock? Patreons, Storm Boys, Praetorians, sorry, Maggotkin of Nurgle, Kill Team Archivist, Acastus Knight, Shield Captain, Greyherd's Cockatrice, Greyherd's Jabberslife, the Hellpit Abomination. Oh, so much is back in stock. Dark Elder. Is that to the guild? Yeah, hi, the intern editor. This is my very, very much in trust the process to the guild conversion. Yeah, I have this idea that the tech beast that leads my little flagship forces, my explorator fleet, is yeah, she likes her little robotic tentacles, and she has a long neck, and she's got very little that looks human about her at all anymore. If she ever was human. And not just an AI pretending to be human. But we're just doing the base colours. I've got 2 other base colours done very roughly at the moment. I'm now doing the gold. And then we're going for a beachy bone colour underneath that. And then we'll be having to neaten up like the blue and stuff, correct my mistakes, paint where I missed it. And then we'll be starting to do, once we've got all of the colours fixed up, properly done, we'll be doing the highlights and stuff like that. The Elder that interned those poor people would be fun to annihilate. It'll be very difficult to annihilate the Dark Elder. If you just appear, attack you, then disappear again. Hi, Seredwin. I wonder how they'll do the gameplay mechanic of Warhammer 40k. Like, you're going to have to deal with the fact that really you should be losing systems, but losing systems shouldn't matter too much. We should always be able to lose some systems and just regain them later. Or just gain other systems. If we're going to go for full 40k theme in Total War. 40k. Like, if Eldar are going to be accurate, they should be appearing from nowhere, raiding your systems. Not destroying your lands. Like, they shouldn't completely raise it, they should just raid it. Take some stuff from one of your systems or one of your planets, and then just disappear again before you can counterattack them. Forcing it to either reinforce the systems that they're attacking, or just accept that those systems are just going to lose manpower every so often and some money. That's how I think they should go. So the issue with like Beastmen when they did their raiding from nowhere was they'd attack a settlement and they completely razed it to the ground, and rebuilding a settlement took for blooming ever. If they use the same sort of or similar sorts of population mechanics that they did in like old Total War games, then in theory it shouldn't be too bad. Like in old Total War games, you'd lose if losing a settlement wasn't that big of a deal. Because all you do is go, okay, I've got a bunch of settlements that have too many people, it's hard to keep control down. I'll just move those people to this new settlement. To the settlement that got raised, regain that settlement, put the people into the settlement, and then just rebuild stuff. And within a few turns, it's back up and running to similar capabilities it was before. And often what you'd have is you'd have your frontline settlements and stuff would basically be absolutely useless. Like, your main settlements, like within Rome or whatever, like in Rome Total War, you would be your money. They'll make you money, and that's also where you train your best troops up. And every so often, you might send an army back to Rome to regain troops, to train up with the new blacksmiths and stuff, get better equipment. Hi, did I say hello to you by Severin, by the way? And then you'd send them back on the way and swap out a different army. On the front line, though, for settlements of the front line, you'd just be constantly recruiting from them, like for relatively low-level troops, sending them out to basically blunt enemy attacks or just weaken enemy defenses, or just help hold down sieges and stuff. And partly you'd be doing that because your newly collected settlements have really poor control and they're really hard to run. So by just recruiting everyone you can from the settlements, you'd basically make sure that they wouldn't be able to rebel. Like if a population's getting too high, you're going to need more troops in the settlement to prevent a rebellion and to fight the rebellion if it occurred. But also for just harder it is to keep control. And that was fun. That was a fun way to do it. And then if you did get a surprise attack from an angle you weren't expecting, don't worry about it. Just get new troops. Well, you don't need to get new troops. One, they're unlikely to raise the settlement unless they absolutely... Sometimes they might raise a settlement if the AI is, you know, more towards that. And also if they just see there's a bunch of other armies, they're like, yeah, there's no point trying to even keep this settlement. They'll just raise it or sack it for money. And you could get a lot of money from doing that with settlements. But again, you just recapture it, move. And how you moved population in the old games is literally you just raise an army of peasants. Because let's say I've got 10,000 people in one settlement and it's too many. I don't want 10,000 people there. Just raise 2 armies of peasants. That's like 2,000 people right there. And then just move them to a different settlement, expand them in that new settlement. You've taken 2,000 from a settlement that really didn't need 10,000 people in it to another settlement that now with 2,000 people, it's capable of being a large city again. You'd have to wait a few turns to build all this stuff again, but building all this stuff's not bad. It's a good way to... It's a basically a way to invest your money and stuff. If you lock up your money within different buildings being built, you can just cancel for buildings before they get started to get your money back. Rather than for queue. I hope they bring back more of those old systems to Warhammer 40k. Maybe not in the same way, but if you play Rogue Trader, you've got like different resources in Rogue Trader for your colony management. And it'll be fun if they do something like that. So let's say it talks about your number of people that you have access to in the entire world. Not entire world, is that the correct word? In your entire empire, do you know the systems that you control? Because I guess one of the things that I guess is that you're not going to be controlling the Imperium. You're going to be controlling one person within the Imperium or like one faction within it. And they'll have a certain number of worlds under their direct control, and you can bring more worlds under your direct control. Or give them to a friendly Imperium faction. Maybe they'll pay a tithe to you. But what you could then do is each world, rather than measuring it based on each world, you could measure it at like a total. And that way you could suffer entire system losses and you know, it wouldn't hit you too hard. And then recovering the systems even after being raised shouldn't be too hard. That would be the best way, I think, to do the game. Make it not about just painting the map. Because I think that's as fun as it is to do that in those types of games. Painting the map, making the game just about painting the map makes it so you don't want to lose. Especially in the harder difficulties where you really just can't afford to lose a single army. Because everyone else has more armies than you. You just can't maintain any sort of level of power if you're constantly having to replenish armies. You don't have the money to do that sort of thing. I guess in that instance, you make it more of a management game. Although with the way that you'd do that is you'd want to control your garrisons, because I think that's what sucks the most in like Total War, in which you can only have a limited number of armies. And while you do have garrisons, it's very hard to make a garrison for like a settlement. Like, this is your most important money-making settlement. You don't want it to come under attack. You could just leave an army there. Which is fine. But that's not necessarily, I think, the best way to do it. You'd want to build up the garrison, make it even stronger. But the issue is when you just build up the garrison, the AI will just build up a bigger army to destroy the garrison. If there's just a better way to do garrison management. And then when it comes to things like the Eldar or Dark Eldar, where they'll do the random real space raids, they'd only attack settlements, you know, the ones that are weaker. you'd want your you want to like, hey, you've got a forge road over here, so forge road should be heavily defended. Maybe you would leave an army around there. You'd have to have the ability to be able to afford to leave armies in places. Maybe you can't afford to leave an army in every world, but not every world's important. Some worlds you just have as effectively buffer worlds. And I think the gameplay would need to promote that sort of playstyle. Like, hey, not every world's important, not every world is worth defending. And if you do defend a world, you get rewarded for it. So no, in Total War Warhammer 3, you don't really get rewarded for defending like certain zones. Or do you know certain settlements? You build up your garrison too high, it's like, oh, okay, the AI is just going to come with a larger army then to destroy it. Or they're just going to walk past and attack somewhere else, which is fine. I guess that, I don't know. I guess in Total War 3, sometimes you do get settlements that you just really don't care for. The way I play, I do leave armies behind in like my important zones, just in case something comes up to attack. I'm wondering how big the game is going to be, though. Like, have they made any mention of how big the game's gonna be? Like, they said the entire galaxy, didn't they? Like, how many planets is it going to be? How many systems? Is it going to be procedurally generated stuff? Do you play with the expectation that, let's say I pick to play as Caligor, I'll only ever be fighting over the Ultimar sector? Is that going to be a thing? And like with the, if I play as the Blood Angels, I'll only be fighting over the Baal systems? Because I feel there is a big risk with the game of feeling too small if they don't, you know, if they do decide to try making it galaxy-wide and there's only like 1,000 planets or something. I don't know. There we go. Okay, so now we got the little scaraby babies too. Let's do the gold little limbs on them. This takes forever to paint. My goodness. I have to lock in for this model, what the heck? So much. That's a wire that wants to be painted red anyway. There we go. I wonder if the Exodite kill team's gonna come out. I've not said, but The issue with the announcements is you never know how long a reveal is away. Sometimes a reveal, a miniature, and then like 2 years later comes out, or maybe a full year. Especially with Forge World ones, wrestling ones. Meanwhile, other miniatures, they like reveal them, and then like literally, like Friday, they announced the Chaos Warriors. Sunday, they basically said, hey, it's coming next week. It's like, what the heck? That was a faster turnaround than we expected. Your team often isn't fast when it comes to previews. They often come like very early on, or very late. The previews come much earlier than the actual releases for our kill team. There we go. Bit by bit, the model is seeing its details base. I have no idea how this will actually look in the end. I'm hoping we can trust the process. But it's 4 base colours. Blue, red as the major ones. Gold as the other major one. Beach. Oh yeah, then green for the eyes. So 5 colours really is on the entire model. Lower bits of green. Well, on this model, some of the plating is red, but most of the time it's just going to be wires of red. Also, the symbol, half the symbol will be red, half it will be white. For the Mechanicus symbols. Robes will be blue, and so will some of the armor plating. Some of the armor plating is gold, and most of the limbs and stuff are gold. Anything metallic. Weapons. And then a lot of the armor on most of the models will be this peachy or shabbity bone colour. Skeleton heart. There we go. Nice painting done. Nice. Okay, I am just messing up. And some of the parts are meant to be blue as gold. Oh, I did it again. It's over the exact same area, so it's fine. Oh my gosh. Gold. More pictures. To paint gold. Oh my gosh. We got the... Okay, if we want to paint bone on this model, and then I think we'll want to do the... What do we want to do? The green glow on all of the models, of the glowy bits like the eyes and stuff. And then we'll go through just trying to neaten the model part. Dead chat. Yeah. I don't know why. Maybe I was just monologuing too much. I apologize. All it takes is a couple of people who are talking a lot, though, to have something else to do, and suddenly no one feels like talking. No one wants to answer questions. That's fine. I can talk. Do 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 do. Paint him. Does anyone have like a favourite model though? Like a favourite model that you hate having to paint? I missed my glasses. I need to get a new prescription. Oh no. Go and get yourself a prescription. I think I scratched my glasses. I don't know how or when or why, but I think they all scratched. Forgive me. Oh, my backy back. Why am I even using a magnifying glass when I keep messing up anyway? All I can see is my messing up easier. No, it does make it easier to be more like that, to be honest. There you go. Oh, back. Let me do some stretches. Just shrimp in here to do the painting. Oh, so I'm running out of drink. I might have to go and get a cold because I'm out of water. But actually, maybe I can try drinking unflavoured water. So I'll BRB. Yeah. Getting myself a drink. Unflavored water tastes so bad. I don't know how people drink unflavored water. My body hates it. You just wash my brush a little bit. Hiccup. I don't love this model. But painting this model, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, every single time I think I'm making any progress, I just find another part of the model I've not yet painted. Either in gold or in previous colours. Red and blue, when it's only red and blue and gold on this model yet. I want to do the bone neck on it. If it's a bit bright, it's because I just turned a big light on in my room because I realised it's getting a bit dark now. A bit overcast outside. No longer in our super... I mean, it's still warm, it's just not as warm as it was. I think I'm just onto the trim now. I hope I'm just onto the trim now. Make this a lot easier. I seen us hive. Now added 550 million more cogs and fiddly bits to get the custom OC tech piece. What do you mean for custom OC tech piece? It is a custom OC tech piece. Like, I've got all these, I've replaced all the legs of these tentacly bits and parts of the Defiler kit and stuff. I've given them a giant sword for the Custodian's box. Giant cog from, I think, one of the knights. Given a, a super long neck. Green stuffed more robes onto her. Given her this weird head from the Vespid kit. Replaced her big old cannon with a Folkite cannon and weird green stuff tubing. Now make them the size of a terrain piece. That's super cool, Nancy. Thank you. It looks a mess at the moment because we're just trying to do the base colours. There's only 4, technically 5 base colours. Red, blue, gold. Then this beachy bone colour, which I'm doing last on her. Well, and then finally, actually, I'm doing green for the eyes and the glowy bits. So yeah, we're just doing the very basic, getting the colours on it. So it's a mess at the moment. It's a mess, but hopefully the finished product will be good. We just trust the process. Doesn't help that I messed up the previous part as much as I did. There we go. I'm trying to do minimal different color changes and options with the exception of gold where I am doing the trim. This is actually, what's she called? Oh yeah, she's got a big searchlight on the back facade. I have so many Mechanicus bits left over. Need one more knight for a complete army. Ooh. Gotta go nuts for the next kit bash. Nice. I don't think I'm gonna do too many kit bashes with this. Well, at least not for my Mechanicus. What is she? I think, what did I call her in the end? I think it's Serena. And she is from a planet called Cyrene. Spelt with like, spelt kind of like Cerulean. And it's a forge world, but it's also an ocean world. And like the entire forge world is powered by these massive hydro dams. And these sulfur generator, you know, the gold sulfur towers at the bottom of the ocean. And the world is like very tropical. And that's why she's blue. I'm gonna try making this look like crashing waves and stuff. She herself, like many tech priests at her level, she's got many things that she's specialised into. She's a bit of a biologist. But her main love is, I think, well, she's also a data hoarder. She hoards SDCs and stuff, and copies of SDCs and information. But her main love is, oh, what do they call it? Chronomancy. Yeah. Time technology. So I'm thinking, do you know where Julia Guild has that thing if a vehicle's too near her, she can just inflict D3 damage to it or whatever? Yeah, that's what this one does, but it's instead with this giant searchlight. Anything touched by the lights is basically paused in time. And since it's a focused beam, it's like you just shine it onto a tank that's trying to move towards you, whatever, to reverse its turret. Suddenly, part of the tank's trying to stay exactly where it is because it got stuck in time, and the rest of the tank's trying to move on forward. And a Folkite charger is modified so effectively fires a whole load of different, like, arcing electricity that some of it will make you suddenly, like, time move faster for you when it went in places you've been hit by it, while other arcs will be making time move slowly, or even backwards in some cases. So yeah, which will be fun. Ba, 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 ba. Do, 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 do. There we go. What you gotta kit bash your next night into though? Like, is it just gonna be a fancy looking night, or you gotta turn it into something cool? Or is it going to be something that you're just going to be using night stats on? It might be a full-on tech piece. A tech piece size night, not a night size tech piece, sorry. That sounds cool. I mean, there is that art of like a tech piece standing as tall as a blooming warlord titan or something stupid. Add no tech piece the size for Dominus. Yeah. I might lower my ad settings. Because YouTube, like, I just have it on the normal moderate system. I don't want too many ads. But YouTube's really been pushing out more and more ads as of late. Can't do anything without ads. I think lowering the settings probably won't do much. Like negative for me. Oh yeah, big nights. But with a few bodies coming out of them and a tech piece coming out the head and such. Oh, that sounds cool. And I'm thinking about getting a tech piece Dominus. Because originally, I love the Servitors and like the Servitor Battleblade. Sad that we don't have like a decent Servitor unit outside for Battleblade for Mechanicus yet in 40k. So yeah, I was planning to have 3 of them in a 1,000 points army, but they've changed the rules. So now it's not just chapter approved, but you can't have 3 of the same unit. That's not battle line. So I'm thinking of having the 3rd one instead be a Dominus. Which I'm not sure what model I want to use of a Dominus. I really do like the 40k Dominus model as it is though, so I might just do that. That'll be leading my Cataphon Destroyers. And be giving it the new, oh, what's it called? You have a new tech piece enhancement you can get where it gives you just giant laser. Gets is it D3 or no? It's 3 shots of strength 11, AP -4, devastating wounds, hazardous damage D6 +1, something like that. And of course, we get the crab legs. Crab legs. Ooh, are you going to use the Defiler crab legs? Gosh, these crab legs are way too small. I'm actually surprised how small a Dunecrawler is. I don't mind it though. It's not like when I found out the Goliath Rock Grinder was like smaller than a Chimera. Like, the real-life vehicles it's inspired by are absolutely massive. Why is a rock grinder so tiny? I'm not sure. Oh. I also want to do a twin-headed tech beast. Ooh. How would that work? Would one of their heads be like an AI or like a clone or something? There we go. There we go. Bit by bit. Do the trim. I mean, now I'm doing the trim, it's starting to look a bit nicer. Only a bit, but a bit is better than nothing. Oh, wait, this bit here is meant to be gold. didn't notice that originally. What is an actual Shabbity bone? Spray paint. Take Qual's lower half, and when it comes up, we split it into
Well,
two different
I got to go
people.
and do errands and get a pizza. Bye, Conjurer.
Bye, Nate Avenger. It was nice of you to be here. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your pizza and your errands. Oh, wait, what type of pizza, though? What type of pizza? Pepperoni. I love pepperoni. Pepperoni pizza, the best pizza around. Yeah. Okay, but almost finished. Almost finished. What time is it? I might have like an hour left or something stupid. I didn't get for bone colours still on this model. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, never mind. I've got loads of trim left. I'm getting ahead of myself. Magnifying glass do the work. Oh, now I can see how much I'm messing up. No. Split it into two different people. How come two tech beasts got merged together? Silly tech beasts. I imagine it's just two tech beasts, like with, you know, all the limbs and robes and stuff. And they just like crashed into one another, like they're both walking down the corridor, not paying attention to where they're going. Crash into one another, and then they just get stuck in a tangle of limbs and wires. And now they're like, well, I guess we're just, you know, together forever now. Oh my gosh, two tech priests who are always at one another's throats. So the fabricator general was like, you know, I know how to fix this. It's like, do you? Yeah, I'll make you work together. Like, what? Just like gets the welding iron. Now you can work together until you're friends. The issue is they're always bickering, so no one ever separates them. Because they've obviously not learnt their lesson yet. Either that is two tech beasts who fell in love at the beginning, while they still had their emotions, or they got married and decided it would be a fun idea to merge. Since then, they have both lost their emotions, and now they're wondering if it was a good idea to merge. But they're like, no, logic dictates that this is the best. Two brains are better than one. That would work. Ow. My elbow. Oh, and in battle, they can literally watch one another's backs. It's like, well, can you stop looking at one another's backs and fight for battle? Oh, maybe one of them, like, do you know, do what the Carl does? And do you know, one of the personalities got subsumed by the other. So now they're kind of just one person. But with two heads. Some of these angles are very hard to get to, my goodness. It's also sometimes hard to tell if something's white or if it's just shiny. Just like the gold. Or if it's just reflecting the red. Okay. And now just front trim. Now we've just got to front trim over here. That's fine. Nope, I've got some trim up here. It looks like. Okay, I need to raise my magnifying glass a little bit. How about these arms here? Okay, that seems good. Okay, now the front part. Does anyone have a favourite Mechanicus model? Mine might be the Dunecrawler. I like the Julia Gould as well, and the blooming. What do they call them? Lord Phil, hear me out. Hear you out for what? The bug tech beast here. Look, I'd say you're crazy, but have you seen her badonkadonk? Look at that badonkadonk. Whoosh, whoosh. I'm pretty sure people like big badonkadonk. There's even an entire song about it. The guy cannot lie. So, and he says so himself. That's how you know you can trust him. If someone says, I cannot lie, and they sing it in a song, oof. It has to be specifically said in song, though. Otherwise, it might actually be a lie. Cream spinach stuffed croissant. Oh, that is what he's saying hear you out for. Oh, I should have probably waited for you just to say. Cream spinach stuffed croissant. Spinach! Stuffed! I actually should have just said stuffed. And I guess that'll be fine. If you like spinach, if you like cream, and you like croissant, then I guess that's fine. You know, I'm not a big spinach person, so my tummy problem doesn't let me have it anyway. I just realised there's a bunch of like different nubbins here. Stream had like a 20-second delay at least on my end. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. I know I've loaded up a stream before and it just put me 5 minutes behind everybody else. I'm like, oh. I never knew until I was talking to the stream for like, hey, I think you're like 5 minutes behind. I'm like, that would make a lot of sense. There we go. YouTube be wonky like that. Cream, spinach, puff. Do. Cream, spinach, puff. Now I prefer bland croissants, to be honest. Like, do you know, just a croissant with a bit of butter on? Oh, lovely, lovely jubbly. At most, maybe put like a bit of ham on the croissant. Beyond that, I feel like it's like, why even bother with the croissant at that point? The best part of the croissant is the croissant. It's the croissant. Croissant. I love croissants. Everyone loves croissants. Everyone loves croissant. Maybe you don't want a croissant. You don't want my love. There we go. Okay, it started to look a lot better than it was at the start of the stream. Still not great. Still not great. Okay, I need to like run away again. I need to BRB because I need to go to little cupcake room. The little cupcake rooms are calling. The blues are calling. Tossed salad and scrambled egg. That's right. Sorry, no, I got Frasier song stuck in my head. BRB! Puppy power hike. I am here. Hello here, weird chat. Oh gosh. Get in a glove bun. Get in a glove bun. I've got a glove bun. Do 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 do. There we go. Made in China. My water pot was made in China. Designed in the UK. Manufactured by Games Workshop Limited. Willow Road, Nottingham, NG72WS, UK. EU address, Games Workshop Limited, Irish branch, Unit 3. Lower Lifty Street, Dublin, 1D01, K199, Ireland. Copyright Games Workshop Limited 2022. Oh, nice. Okay. You know what we need to do? We need to go to the website. We need to go to the website. No, nothing's here. Nothing's here. What? Also, is there anything new that was announced in the live stream? Is the live stream over? It was over.
Buttons. So, it's time for our redacted reveal. I've seen a lot of people in chat
smash down their village and
So what we're looking, we got Blight Lord!
they lost their
as we were walking in.
We got the Glotkin thing.
We wanted to make sure that we got
Putrid
all of the
Blight
main
Kings. Oh,
kitted out as well.
here's the new models. I don't
Indeed.
care about.
I put the Putrid Blight Kings there.
Look at it, it's a Siege Giant. Oh, that's
Scale.
definitely Chaos Siege Giant.
You
I
can
don't
see
know if they're
this,
going to make a
the
Siege Giant for other
chat
factions.
fast forward.
That used to be a Forge Road model, you know.
cool unit to have.
Oh, the Basilisk
Great
is
one
here.
on the roster.
And it's got
And
6
then
legs.
You need to animate 8 legs.
Oh,
and a
yeah.
tail.
Wait, 8 legs?
Yeah.
And
It's
then
got
they
8
said,
legs.
why don't we also have them pick up a unit and eat them
Yeah.
live on the battlefield?
Yeah. But, yeah, it's great
Oh, that's so
Don't
cool.
want to see them in
Yep.
these guys.
That'll be
to get 3 great ones.
And then let's look at the redacted stuff. Redacted stuff. That could be Ratish. That could be Ratish. Wait. On. Thankful. Fanqual. Okay, let's find the Fanqual model. So open image in new tab. So that's the Fanqual model for old one. Could that be? Could that horn be the same horn? I'm looking. I'm hoping. We want Fanqual. I mean, it could be the same horn. Maybe. If we look at it from the right angle. If you squint really hard. Can I see like any other pictures from any other angles? No, they're all the same angle for pictures I can find. Like, can I see the tails or anything, please? Not open link. I want to open the image in a new tab. Open image in a new tab. Okay, I can see the tail. Does it have any spikes in it? The tail, this tail doesn't have any spikes in it. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think any. That could be Fanqual. I'm gonna say that's Fanqual. These other parts, no idea. That looks like Wise of Chaos Halberd if I've ever seen one. Oh, do you know Big Axe? That looks like more Wire of Chaosy type stuff. No idea what that would be. Maybe Undead? Vampire thing? I don't know what vampire units we're missing though that would go with. I mean, that could be vampires as well for all we know. Oh. Oh. Okay, never mind. Looks like fun stuff. Okay, let's wash this brush and we'll finish. We'll finish trying to get some more trim on it. There you go. I am excited for End Times DLC. Hope it's not the last of the DLC. I'm hoping for Old World, if they actually give us Kislev in Old World as well. Wait if it did. There we go. Okay, somehow I need to do the trim here. Can I get my brush to twist around underneath all these limbs? Well enough. Maybe. Ooh, yes. We're doing it. Okay, now get underneath. Okay, might have gone a bit overboard there for paint. Fine, don't worry about it. I can always come back with some red. I feel like maybe I should be doing the base painting. Like just get the base paints down off stream, because it looks pretty terrible when I'm still trying to do that level of stuff. Once I've done all the corrections and I'm onto the highlighting and details, that's when it starts looking cool. You know. Maybe underneath here. There we go. But this is also one of the most time-consuming parts of it, so trying to get all the base painting done will be very, very difficult off screen because it just takes a lot of time. If I don't just get to the point where I'm just not doing painting streams. I know others are much quicker painters, but I never understand how they can do that. I want these little circles to be... Yeah, I want them to be red. Oh, I hear the blues falling, the stars go down. There we go. There we go. How's it doing? It's doing okay. Oh my gosh, there's so many places where I missed to paint red, my goodness. And blue. Don't worry about it. That's what the correction times are there for. When we're doing all the correcting for points that are messed up, that's just points that are messed up to correct. It's fine. That's why I do for correction painting. But also because my hand is not that steady, so I need a lot of corrections. But it's fine. You know what they said? There's no such thing as a mistake. Just happy little accident. phone vibrating at me? Why vibrating at me? Stop it. We have your parcel. Give me my parcel. You have my parcel. You know when you get those messages from like couriers, it's like, we have your parcel. It always feels like taken or something. It's like, you have my parcel. I have many skills. I will find you and I will get my parcel back. It's just some spray paints. Some ball red spray paint. Some other spray paint. Okay, so I've done that now. I need to mute myself. Hay fever is not fun. Let me have a drink. Let me stretch my arm a little bit on my back. Oh. Unflavored water. Got hair in my mouth. Big disgrace. Waving your banner all over the place, singing, we will rock you, yeah, rock, yeah, we will rock you. Okay, shaking up the upshabty bone. How do you even say this? Ushabty, ushabty, upshabty? You shabby loser. You're a shabby loser and your underwear smells like hemlock. Ooh, that's like the worst insult ever. You shabby underwear wearing pillow. I'm trying to do the same type of like insults that Willy from The Simpsons would make. That's my role model. Willy from The Simpsons. Amazing guy. Scottish as can be, yes. He's not. There's sometimes models over here that feel like a dancer. Are we human or are we dancer? Do, 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 do. I love these burgers. These burgers are so tasty. I love these burgers. Tasty as can be. No one likes these burgers more than I do. You can try and like them, but no one will. Not as much as I. 'Cause cheeseburgers saved my family from hunger and death by tornado. Cheeseburgers saved my family by making them so heavy. Oh my gosh. You got saved by a tornado. Why? Because I ate so many cheeseburgers. It became so heavy the tornado could do nothing to me. Whoa. And because I'm so heavy, I had to reinforce my house to support my weight. Entire street had to be reinforced. Tornado came in. Did nothing. Got beat. There we go. Now that would be a superhero. I'd watch that superhero. Lord Lad. Wait, no, Lord Lad is the guy who has the donut in The Simpsons. There we go. Yeah, I accidentally painted this area blue when it was meant to be bone coloured. And now it's very hard to cover up the bone colour. Oh my gosh, it was really difficult to cover up. Now whatever. I'll wait for it to dry and just add another layer on. Don't worry about it. I think it's partly because it's on green stuff. Sharply Bone does not have the best coverage. Attribute to Gold's got amazing coverage. That means correcting some of the mistakes that went over a bone colour might be difficult. Again, it's fine. Just wait until it dried and do another layer. It's only in fabric, so not like I'm covering up much in terms of details. If the layers get a bit too thick. There we go. Does anyone else hurt the elbow? Like if you're leaning your elbow on the desk but having to constantly move? And like reposition the elbow like you're painting and stuff. Do you ever just like get a really painful elbow? Because mine does. Maybe it's because I just don't have any fat on my elbow. That could be a weakness. Or muscle. Bone and sinew. There we go. Okay, what else needs to be done? Loads of areas. Basically, for her, it's only the schools, the paper, and the underside of the robes that want to be painted with Shabby Bone. But she's meant to be the one in charge. She's meant to be fancier. She's going to have way more gold. Info gold is not a logical material to make your components out of, and gold plating is I mean, it's probably cheaper in the future because you got access to lots more gold in all those asteroids and stuff. We got access to fusion reactors. They can make mini supernovas. But still, gold plating stuff takes time and energy. That's probably most tech pieces would be like, yeah, that's not worth it. I'm just gonna save this one's extra. She's just an extra person. She's just an extra person. She goes over the top all of the time. And I don't mean over the trenches. Just over the line. Like Dio from JoJo. Oh my gosh. I'm finally up to the parts in part 3 where they, you know, meet Dio again. And he's just so extra. He just like he's like, there's so much he could do, but no, he just decides to troll them. It's hilarious. So that's such a Dio thing to do. And see why it's a fan favorite. Ah, my elbow. My elbow is the meanie. My elbow is so bad. Doesn't like what's happening, but at least it's not your dad. My news. What would be wrong about the elbow being your dad? It's like, would you want an elbow for your father? Like, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I wouldn't want that. Exactly. Little weird lyric. Yeah, made up on the spot. What do you expect? There we go. Okay, is this everything I think it is? And now I need to get back to my other bush. Now we've got the green to do, and then once we got the green, I can get other stuff done. Oh, the other stuff. Need that bush. Need a bush. So once we got the green, we can just get on to trying to neaten everything up and correct all my mistakes. We can do the shades and highlights, extra little fiddly details. It'd be great. Right, maybe. Oh, my elbow though. Okay, what colour green would I want to use? Actually, no, I need my Retributor armor colour again. Because I did notice a part where I missed it. So I might as well just do it when I'm thinking about it. Need my other thin brush again. Is this it? Yes. Over. I really forgot to do it in here. I kept thinking about it, but never did it. I hate it when you do that. You know, when you're just thinking about doing something and then you just never do it. It's not that you didn't want to. It's not that you didn't think about it. In fact, sometimes because you just thought about it too much. You're like, I'm pretty sure I did it. I was thinking so hard about doing it that I created a memory of doing it. I never actually did it. The worst. Like the entire thing is, did I take my medication? Did I not? And thankfully, the medication I actually have, it's got like, you know, for days of the week on. So be like, aha! All I need to do is check that. Okay, but we finally did the gold! So actually, I keep this brush out because the glowy bits aren't going to be that big. Now which green do I want? I'm thinking moot green might be good actually. Chaos dudes, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Ooh, Warpstone Glow. Let's go for Warpstone Glow as the base green. That would be good. I thought I can like highlight it with like moot green or something. Oh, I've had a bit of yellow. Oh, that'd be amazing. Okay, let's get a Doom Crawler out. Hopefully we can get all the green areas done first. Oh yeah, the Warpstone has really good coverage. This is perfect. Want to do the Pfizer as green as well? Nah, I don't want to do this as green. I want to do this as green yet. Nice. Few glowy bits on this, remember correctly. It's like all around the leg, like different cameras and lenses. I don't know if this is an easy or terrible colour, or difficult colour scheme I'm doing for it. I was hoping it would be easy, but there's more stuff over here. Thankfully, I got Atlas Blue to work with. I'm thinking Necrons will be relatively easy to do. My idea is I'm just going to get some yellow contrast onto them and probably dry brush it on. But I mean, it's a contrast, so there's some limits to dry brushing contrast on. Well, that's purposeful. I want to keep. I know it'll be over the top, but that's important. Same with orange, but like dry it a little bit. Then stipple on some lead belcher and some some bronzy colour, and then like Stormhost Silver. Yeah, I just messed up this bit a little, but it's fine. I'll just be glow. It'll be glow. I don't know if I want to try bother doing like glow or any glow effects or anything. The glow effects I've done have had middling success, and sometimes I think glow just looks weird. It's very hard. I think I need to learn how to do it more subtly, rather than the over-the-top things that I've done so far. But then when you try doing it subtly, sometimes it just looks like you made mistakes. Which is why over the top of making it very obvious it's meant to be a glow is good. Rather than it just looking like, oh, you've just got some of your green that was meant to be over here, you accidentally got onto the edges over here too. It's like, no, that's purposeful, it's meant to be a glow. Just a very subtle glow. Okay, at least each time I put some colour down, it looks just a tiny bit better than before, which is nice. Unfortunately, this bit just completely broke off antenna. I tried fixing it multiple times, but it really does not want to stay, and it's so thin I can't pin it. Yeah. Oh no, there's only 2 lenses down at the bottom. That's good. Any other lenses anywhere? I don't think I see any. That's fine. Well, this might not be too bad in the end. Oh wait, there's another model. No, I did that one. Never mind. I did that one first before going back onto gold. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We got the green, and I messed it up a little, but it's fine. We can correct it. Yeah, all of them are gold. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, the green glowy bits on these guys. Where's the green glowy bits? I think these things might want to be green glowy bits. The eye lens wants to be green glowy bits. I think that's it. Oh yeah, and I need to do for white and red and for icons. I keep forgetting about that one. Lens on its eye. Bionic eye. I messed it up a tiny bit, but it's not too bad. It's if you do a big mess up, sometimes you can just get your thumb in and fix it. My nose is a mess. My nose is a mess. Okay, so there we go. As I said, we'll get some moot green onto it as well. Let's do this dude actually. Because he's got a lot of glowy bits. He's got a lot of lenses to fill in. Bunch of lenses here. That's not as bad as I expected. Worse than expected. Actually, no, mind, fine. I have enough paint for my brush light to go badly. Here and that eye as well. Mechanicus icons I do last. I've done one of them already, but that's mostly just as a test to see if I could even do it. Our story are not too bad to paint actually. They're fine. It's mostly the Skitari Marsh I've had issues with, and Gould herself. Now there are some parts of the models I'm trying to paint from, like this wire on the other side of it. It's easy, I can see. It's unpainted, but it's very hard to otherwise see unless you're looking at it with a magnifying glass from very specific angles, and that's fine. Radiation. Radiation. Everything is made from radioactive. Give materials. Okay, that's fine. I fine, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But we'll go back over once we are finished with all of this. Actually, I'll probably do them green right away. You're probably going to get the same sort of mistakes again. I'm going to need it for that. Massive for Warpstone Glow. Warpstone Glow is partially because it's much better coverage than for Moot Green. It's very hard to paint Moot Green onto another colour. Like onto like blue, because the blue will just shine through. If you start with Warpstone Glow first, not only can you get like the darker parts of it done, but when you put the Moot Green over the top of it, well, it will just look green underneath it. Whereas if I try putting Moot Green directly on top of the blue or any other colour, you're going to see like the red, blues and whatever shining through, which you don't want. It'll be fine if I wanted it to be reflective. It's not meant to be reflective. There we go. Yeah. The green is going very well, very quickly. Although we're not done good yet herself, and that might take a lot longer. But I'm not sure. Don't know how many green glowy bits she actually has. She's got a bunch on her Folkite gun. She's got a couple in her eyes. A few over there. One on that skull that'll be hard to get to. These things want to do green for them. And the head. I've only got the lights. Yeah, I'll probably do the lightest green. It's better off the way. She's a big model. I keep seeing this bit here. It's my magnifying glass thing. I keep thinking of it just like a gap. It's like there's a hole. Look, the hole. I can't cut one. Water's coming in too quick. As I plug it in one place, it just fakes open in another. There we go. And this one, and then one to gold again. I mean, bit by bit, they're starting to come together. Once we got some shade onto the models, especially onto the beach colours, it should look much nicer. The first shade I'm going to do is just go over with Skeleton Hard. It's a very similar colour roughly, but it gives a bit of subtle shading from my testing. That'll be very nice. But I definitely need to do all the corrections first. There we go. So tomorrow will be mostly corrections, it looks like. I'll try to get some of them done off stream so we can potentially get on to more fun stuff tomorrow. Let's these coils painted. A fancy colour. Honestly, they're not too bad. Like, I've been complaining about them, but I've not had too many streams where we've actually been painting them. I've been very distracted when we've been painting them, so... Like yesterday, I was super distracted by Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, so we actually didn't spend that much time painting. Not sure how I feel about contrast paints though. I was hoping I could use contrast paints to speed things along. And they do, like, they get them much better at, like, you know... If you want to paint a large area very quickly, they're much better than normal paints, but the issue is they're just not going to look as nice as a normal paint. Not going to give you that same smooth finish. Not instantly anyway. The amount of time that it takes to then give it that smooth finish almost feels like I'm at, oh gosh, I just completely missed there. Thankfully, I could wipe most of it away. The time it takes to give them that smooth finish, though, you might as well just have painted it in the first place for layer paint. So I am wondering about trying to experiment just using contrast as a way of doing shading and highlighting and stuff quickly. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to paint my Night Lords blue, like Ultramarines blue. Spray them with, actually no, with my Orcs. I'm first going to experiment. Paint from Ultramarines blue. Hi, nostalgic actuator. How are you doing? Mars Admech or red to replicate the rust of Mars. Yeah. But Riser's orange colour for the rust dunes of their planet. In your opinion, what is colour best for rust iron oxide? Orange is definitely the better colour to represent that, but Mars is referred to as a red planet, hence they use red in the design for most of the Mechanicus stuff. But orange is definitely the better rust colour. Like an orangey brown. Well, I don't use too much red in my models. This one does. Because she's a tech piece. The rest of the Mechanicus models are mostly blue and beach coloured. It's only the wires that go red. Although maybe the rest of my tech piece I'll also go with putting more red on them because they are tech piece. Show their allegiance to Mars, despite not being from there. Although some of the tech piece might be from Mars, I don't know. She isn't. The issue with using a small brush, it takes a long time to paint in any sort of area when I decide to want to paint a larger area like these tiles. But equally, it makes it harder to make mistakes there. It's fine. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm thinking with the art, I'm going to, with the vehicles at least, paint them, spray them with ultramarines blue, then water down Storm Fiend contrast and just paint them in really watered down Storm Fiend. Just to like get some good shading on them and good colour changes. And then try dry brushing a Talisar blue over. Or maybe it'd just be better to dry brush Teclis blue over. I like how Talisar blue goes, so. I want it to be a bit wet. So that while it will dry brush, it will also go into different areas. Then people some like rust and stuff onto it. I need to look up how other people do rust again. Because I think I was both too heavy-handed with rust and not very accurate with how rust actually lands on vehicles. Like I've seen some amazing subtle rust effects that I want to copy. I'll do something with. I mean, the one time we've painted rust so far, it wasn't meant to be subtle. It was meant to be like representing for orcs found a scrap heap of vehicles, and you know, they collected the scrap heap and just tried painting over the rust and stuff. Where they did try painting. The death skulls. They love looting. There we go. My nose. I like how Warpstone Glow is such a dark green. And it's like, it doesn't feel like a glow at all. It's too dark to glow. Why is it called Warpstone Glow? There we go. Yeah. That's nice. Like I'll try doing some of the lenses. Oh, we need to do the computer screens as well, yeah. Okay, I need to figure out how to get down here. I should probably try painting something onto the screens. I'm not sure I have. My freehanding skill is not that good. I'm trying to paint these screens so you can see from that angle. It's not very easy. Even if my freehanding was amazing. Again, if you do get good and you don't mind painting sub-assembly, I recommend wholeheartedly to paint her sub-assembly. Actually, most Mechanicus models I'd recommend it for. They're very difficult to paint otherwise. I keep stuttering today. What the heck? I'm such a stutter woman. I'm the Scatman. There we go. I am a cheeseburger around. I am a cheeseburger from Cheeseburger Town. I keep thinking about cheeseburgers today. Hungry woman thinks of food. I'm not even hungry. My tummy hurts. There we go. Screen's painted. And we've got some eyes up here. The searchlight at the back. I'll paint for eyes different colours. Nah. I think I'm happy with them being all green. There we go. Oh wait, I've probably got more lenses here. I forgot about them. I knew there were more of them. Yeah, and I just messed that up completely. Thankfully, I got it right now. Tiny little lenses. Go. More lenses. I'm going to think first. One eye here. Yeah, and that surface go. That was easier than expected. And then let's start painting the lantern. The light, the chrono light. I know other people are really neat painters. Like, you see them painting and they're like super fast and they're making absolutely no mistake. They don't need to go back over and correct stuff, or even when they do, it's just like, okay, I'll stop what I'm doing, I'll correct this one mistake, and then I'll go back to painting. If I had to do that, I'd never finish painting. I just have to do all my corrections at once because there's just so many of them. Very good. It's not like small corrections either, it's like very obvious ones. There we go. Yeah, who needs a ketchup bottle when you're made out of cheese? Okay. And what time is it? It's 1 minute past 7. Let's do a little bit of the root green then. I was hoping to do more of it. hoping to get all of the green done, but the gold took a bit longer than expected. So we'll go green. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. And this is why highlights and stuff are just so much quicker to do than anything else. Because you don't need to worry about getting good coverage. You just need to go over where you were and just go, oh yeah, done. Over this side. Oh, done. Probably put moot green around here to like glow and stuff. And do yellow and white highlight on the green. I'm not sure about that. Yeah. Big old mistake there. Ah, just did the exact same thing again. Oh my gosh. Get onto the lenses. Yeah. The change in colour I don't think is too obvious on camera. I know maybe it is. From certain angles anyway. Oh, that would be so cool, like the searchlight just casts super eerie green glow over stuff. Yeah, let's try doing some of the others, that's quicker than expected. Yeah. But this is why we do base colours. And we're careful when we're doing the base colours because then it makes everything else different. You get the glowy stuff on here. Glowy, glowy, glowy stuff. Stuff that glow. Glowy, glowy, glowy stuff. It's radioactive. Honestly, it very much could be that we're using radioactive eye lenses and glass and stuff. And light. Filled with very in keeping with the Mechanicus for that to be the case. Your cancer is not surface related. There we go. Sometimes trying to get depth perception when you're using a magnifying glass on one eye is very difficult. How does he look now at the moment? Still a mess. Still a mess, but he's looking better. You're there. Okay, you are the last of the Hastari that are here that need painting. Still got 10 rangers to build. 2 squads, 2 techno-archaeologists and 2 squads of battleclade that need to be painted. Some Cataphon destroyers that need to be built. I built them as a plasma. I was originally not going to build them as plasma, but feel no pain with the new plasma rules. Just giving them a dominus sounds amazing. Oh yeah. This isn't like actually doing a proper highlight. It's just originally needed just facing green. So I could get my better green over it. Creation a darker green. That's easier to work with. So you can get your light a bit harder to work with green over the top. Go. And that's it. That's the glowy bits done. I think, oh gosh, accidentally painted that green. Yeah, whatever. And tomorrow then, I'll try to get some of the neatening up done off stream, but the neatening up will take a while. I'll probably start with getting the techless blue onto them, so that, you know, this will look smoother. I don't mind it too much not looking smooth, especially on the flat metal plating, but I do want it looking smoother. And there's lots of areas where it needs to be blue, but it's currently white or red or gold or whatever. So I'll be going over all of them across all the models. And then I'll have some... What would it be next? Maybe the red would be best next. Because there's definitely a lot of places where I missed with the red. And then the bony colour. Hopefully we can get all of that finished tomorrow. Unfortunately, I am not a quick painter. As you can probably gather from how long it took me to do the trim of this single model that was already mostly painted in gold. Because we spent an entire stream doing that. But thank you for coming to the stream today. Tomorrow is a morning stream, so it's early. Ooh, reflections. So it's earlier tomorrow. We'll also try to do a long stream, so we'll be finishing maybe 4 or 5, so when this stream started, or maybe like an hour into when this stream, after this stream started. Then Thursday, we're not streaming. Friday, long stream playing Rogue Trader. Yeah. I can't remember what we're fighting Gene Stealer Cultists still. My goodness, we got so much to do. And trying to make our way to Janus, and we have to get back to Footford to get the new augments. It's crazy. There's crazy stuff going on. We're playing Mechanicus 2. I think we'll do I don't know if we'll continue playing a Mechanicus 2 campaign. Do you know our AdMech one? Maybe I'll do a little. Unlock some more stuff. What I'm thinking is, I don't know if I want to bother trying to do a full campaign of it, because honestly, I'm not having the same amount of fun, and people aren't as interested in Mechanicus 2 as they were in Mechanicus 1, it feels like. So, well, yeah, I think Sunday, still not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe we'll do more painting, because I was hoping we'll finish these guys this week. But, you know, as you can see, they're very far from done. They're very roughly done. We'll get we'll get some more coverage done on them. Then we need to do, you know, basically, I think the next thing after corrections will just be throwing shades at them. This one, skeleton hard, maybe we'll very watered down like Earth shade with it. For blue, I don't know what colour would actually go with the blue. Oh yeah, I was thinking of doing Colio green shade on it, testing how that looks. That might be good. The gold will do Reichland Earth shade. Not Reichland Earth shade, Flesh shade. Then we'll do highlights of everything. The beachy colour, probably Wraithbone highlights maybe. This, for blues, we'll do have off blue highlights, and then white on like the very edges to make it feel like, you know, surf, waves. The reds will probably highlight with a bit of pink horror, maybe Fulgrim pink. I'll probably do Camembert. Actually, maybe not Camembert. Maybe we'll just do Noon Oil on it. Actually, might see how this looks on it. I don't know. We'll test it. We'll test stuff out. So, thank you for coming to the stream, though. I hope you had a good time. Don't forget to like if you've not already liked it. Remember to work hard but play harder. Take care of yourself and be kind to others and vice versa. Eat good food. Sleep well. Dream of cupcakes, but don't eat for cupcakes as a friends, not food. And also, big love hearts to you all. Goodbye, everyone. Love you all. How do I end again for this one? Yay, smash. Yay. Oh, look at the little cupcakes there. That's adorable. And don't forget to like, please. Thanks for watching, TA and everyone else.